You know what, y'all? I told y'all, I said, God is hilarious. That's what I said. I said, God is absolutely hilarious. Woo! Shit. You must want me to step on you. Because I'm going to kick you. Anyway. I ain't going to really kick my cat, folks. You know, I wouldn't do that. I kick my damn self first. I might grab them like a soccer ball, slang them in the air, watch them land on their feet from time to time. That's about as far as I go. You know, God is truly amazing. Move out my way now. God is truly amazing. Shut up. Yeah, it's like, it's shit crazy, shit crazy. And then when you look at things, you be like, this really was just a simple mistake. And you can look at it like a mistake. And then you got people like myself who really ain't never cried a day in his life. Except for when his son got took once or twice. Or maybe more. Who knows? Felt good though, I never cried before. But here's the thing. Now I see why my creator, our creator, was so up in a roar. Groundbreaking news, ladies and gentlemen. Groundbreaking news. Now, I'm just challenging, by the way. I don't need none of y'all out there calling me out. But let's challenge. So, you telling me? It's funny though. It's funny. We turn it up. You got people like me that never cry, so we turn everything into a joke. Like this. You know, before my son was even born, I remember coming in contact with a couple, meeting the guy, female friend, and realizing, hey, that woman right there, like she'll fit me perfectly. Never thought nothing else about it, didn't say nothing. At the time, my wife was getting on my nerves to the point where I could have just swapped her out. Now, let's say this story was happened to be true, it turned around to be true. But instead of swapping her out right then and there, you go on down the road and lose your entire life. Everything but your flesh. Butt ass naked in the cold. Now, you got a whole lot of shit to think about now. Cause now you got nothing. Now let's go back in time. Even if I would have swapped her out, as cruel as it would have made seem, yeah, it would have prevented all of this unnecessary. Because if we both felt the same way, all we had to do was say something. So, that ain't what happened though. Nope, that ain't what happened at all. Not at all. Instead, we all went out the James Bond way, which was truly unnecessary. I never had to go out that way for this. That is terrible. That ain't witchcraft. Nah. That ain't God. It just took witchcraft and God after the stupidity was done because of the domino effect that was obviously the wrong way. So big that it could have easily tilted the planet on, but not that big. That's the greatest scale. Plus, planet was already tilted. Or tilting. Unless a group of individuals happen to make the same mistake. Just like in the tarot cards when they be saying, this don't just apply to an individual, it could be anybody in the world. That's why I tell folks, visualize the whole world. Now say it's 100 people in the world. Technically, theoretically, it's only 5 people or 13 people, somewhere around there. Give a little more. That's it. The rest are literal copycat, not GMO, something like GMO, but copycats. I hate to put it in this term because I know somebody gonna make a book about it on down the road, fuck up some more shit, but let's say the devil and God was in a relationship. The devil being the female, God being the male, and they just never got along, and they superpower beings. So, well, you can make an anime or something. I like to see the damn stuff, but God and Satan, they were dark and light. Too powerful, being so powerful to the point that, think about it, y'all. I don't care who you is. Look at the animals in the jungle. That's why I don't argue with people when they got women that want to get their head beat in. Because at the end of the day, humans are really not much different from animals. If you take all the stuff away, the resources away, we will act like animals. And a normal female animal wants you to show this old vicious type of thing. You either gotta kill a few opponents, and then you gotta beat her ass, or just depending on the animal. But then you got civilization, you got evolution, you got humans who know better to do such a thing. At least that's what they said, whatever. Okay? So, God and Satan had a relationship. Think about it. No matter what man it is, how humble an individual is, every man done got to the point when it comes to any woman that woman close enough to that man, she know how to push them buttons. And when the door shut, she'll purposely push them. See, that's how you know. That's why the 666 mark of the beast or the woman being the beast is really not as dramatic as we make it. It's the books that make it like that. And so since we all I stepped in an ant bed, god damn it. Shit. I just guys and take your shoes off. Anyway, since we all damn, that shit hurt. Since we all, what was I at? Shit pissed me off. Shit made me mad, bro. Yeah, I said I'm talking about. I'm gonna have to go back. So God being God, and then the devil being the woman, 666, right? They both super powerful beings, woman or male. Each one of us, if you're in a relationship, you can push each other buttons easily, and you intentionally do that in order to do what, right? Grow spiritually. See, that's one of your earthly tests on this earth, is to grow and become whole. What one but this? You gotta be with. Well, I ain't gonna say that because it depends on what lifetime you in. Now, if you in your last couple lifetimes like me and my twin, you gotta be with your twin. But if you're going through some cycles of lifetime, I'm sure it's cool to go be with your soulmate or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, it's all a test of growing. All of us evolving to the next level. That's why I told y'all. I never told y'all how Satan was to me because of the image the world portrayed. But she was the nicest person I ever met. She spoiled me right. Like, even when the creator was trying to discipline me, she would shield me. Like, I'm literally spoiled her by her. So it's like, raw, get in this feeling, stuff like that. And burn me and scorch me with the sun. He will turn it up and light it up. But same thing with mama. That's why I call, the moon mom, the sun pop, because they my parents, my real parents. Thank you. I didn't need your input, but so let's say this is what it is. So you start, God and Satan at one time had the most beautifulest family in the world. Okay, because from this point forward, it goes beyond mankind knowledge. So we ain't gonna talk about that. But at the end of it all, when the smoke clear, it's God and Satan, right? I just say this now. This is just the fairy tale story, y'all. Don't get irate with the shit. But it's the simplest form I can put this in. So, with these super powerful beings being as powerful as they have the ability to do anything. So imagine them two getting pissed off at each other and start going through the motions of all these different people with different personalities, with different lifestyles. Over time, that will start to become out of balance to the point where they need to come back together and be one whole. That's why I say it ain't but like 13 of us, 13 main ones, 13, or whatever, main zodiac, whatever. We all come down to one person, boom, just like that. I'm gonna let it go from there, y'all. I ain't gonna talk no more. But anyway, the situation where, let's say the other situation was something similar, you know what I'm saying? So I'm saying all that to say this. Even when somebody commit a massacre on a great scale, it's still a slim possibility. I know what the possibility is. I know what the answer is, but I'm gonna give it to you the way you want it. It's still a 40% chance, a 20% chance that it was a mistake. And God actually told that person to do that, because if that person wouldn't have went out there and laid them few people down, then them few people would have grew up or got older or did something that would have really ended the world catastrophically. You know what I'm saying? It would have been doomsday on Earth. I'm just saying this is just a way to look at it. I'm not ruling people out. I'm not saying it's okay to do a motherfucking thing. I'm just saying we gotta start we gotta start looking at things. We gotta start looking at things twice at least, and really carefully observing shit. Because it's easy to really think one way. Because y'all, I'm gonna tell you something. It was so much done to me. There was so many opportunities and times in my life where I had every right to lay somebody down. It really get bad. And fortunately, I grew out of my gangster ways at a real early age. So immediately, I would know when to react and when not. So unfortunately, I never had to react anymore in the violent way because of the growth that I was forced to endure coming up, because I never had nobody. See, it's different when you got somebody, period. Because when you got somebody, they got somebody, then they got somebody, then they got somebody. I ain't never had anybody. You feel me? And when I did, it was just a short amount of time, and they damn sure got more than what I got out of them. Plus, they got back what they gave me. So I was forced to make decisions. In typical situation, most people would definitely take you out of here. So the same rule apply and affect the opposite demand. So in turn, meaning just as easy it is for me to make the right decision. If I was programmed different, it would have been just as easy for me to make the wrong decision, regardless of the consequences. So I'm saying, if I met a young lady back in the past and we both had that feeling about each other, if right then and there, if you look at it on a smaller scale, not on no murderous scale, but on a smaller scale, if me and her felt that about each other, I'm challenging now, if me and her felt that about each other, then it would have been more beneficial for us to just did it right then and there. Yeah, my wife would have got hurt, and yeah, her husband would have got hurt, but a lot of other shit wouldn't have been involved like it is now. That's on a greatest financial, physical scale, and a mental. Because it's gonna need to take a lot of cleaning up after some shit like that, cycles like that. It'll damage anybody. So help is much needed, not only much needed, it need to be given and willingly gave. Everything's a test for everybody since 2020. And everybody needs to start playing their games and quit watching everybody else play. Because while you watching everybody else play, you getting behind in your game. Because you on too, we started everybody 2020.